Hi friends, welcome back to my channel, and this is VMware vSphere 9 full course. So in today's session we are going to learn one of the most powerful and important feature in VMware environment, which is guest OS customization in vCenter server. So if you are working in a real production environment or enterprise environment, this feature is not optional, it is absolutely mandatory. So by end of this video you will be clearly understand what is guest customization is, how it's work in the background, how to configure step by step and deploy new virtual machine from template by using the guest customization, OS customization, and basically I'm going to give you a step by step demo also. So this is the basically overall architecture which you will use or step by step. So uh, basically select a VM, create a customization specification, create a new VM and review and adjust and deploy and manage. So this is overall 5 steps which we are going to perform. So now let's understand the very first and basic thing. What is OS customization? So let's understand what is exactly OS customization means. So OS customization allow you to automatically configure the operating system of the virtual machine during the deployment. So whatever you are going to do basically deploy during the configure during the deployment, that is going to be covered in OS customization. So instead of manually logging to each virtual machine and configuring them like settings like a host name, IP address, DNS, domain joining, machine administrator, password, you can define everything in customization specification and reuse it again and again multiple time. So think like a predefined template, but specifically for the operating system configuration only. So benefit of guest OS customization. Now let's talk about why this is so important. So first, it saves the huge amount of time. Second, it's eliminate the human errors. Third, it is basically ensure the consistency configuration across all the virtual machines. Fourth, it supports the automation and for the and large scale deployment. And finally, it is ideal for the enterprise or DevOps environment. So in the real production environment, this is not a luxury. This is a standard practice, which should be followed by all the enterprise administrators. So now let's understand what happens when in the background. So now let's discuss actually what happens behind the scene when you use the guest OS customization. So when you deploy a virtual machine using customization specification, first you power on the virtual machine, then virtual machine tools inside VM start the customization process. So after the guest operating system applies all the configurations automatically. So the system may reboot during the process, then host name is going to be assigned, network configuration is going to be applied, machine is going to be joined, domain automatically. So all these happen without any manual intervention. So this is a step-by-step process which happens. So one of the pro tip is which is very important in the real production environment. Always follow these best practices such as maintain a separate customization specification for testing, production, and based on operating system configuration. Always use proper naming convention for your guest OS customization, and most important, combine OS customization with the VM template for the fully automation. So in last video we have seen we have created our template, and now in this video I'm going to use that template to deploy the virtual machine by fully automation. So now this is one of the let me give you a real world scenario. Imagine you need to deploy 50 virtual Windows VMs, or with the new application, each servers require unique host name, proper IP address assigned, domain join. Without OS customization, you will deploy each VM manually, log into VM and configure everything one by one, and it's take hours or maybe a day depending on the application installation time and all those things. With OS customization, you can create a template and then you can use a OS customization. You can deploy all of 50 machines at once. Everything get configured automatically, so the deployment time is going to be reduced from day to just a minute. So now this is my demo environment which we are using throughout this course. So I got my first domain controller, and then which is my Active Directory domain controller and DNS server. Second one is my storage server, which is providing shared storage to all my 3 ESXi hosts, and I got my 3 ESXi hosts running here, and then vCenter server appliance. So let me show you. So this is my 1 2 3 ESXi host, and then this is my vCenter server appliance. So my this machine is powered up. I'll go ahead and power on. As of now, I'm using only local disk for basically the tester for all the virtual machines, so that's why I powered off this machine for some testing. So that's fine. Now if I show you, go to templates. So this is the template which we have created. So inside this template, this is basically a operating system install. We install Windows Server 2025, and then we install few application inside that machine, and then we run the sysprep and powered up this machine, and then converted as a template. So now to create you can basically you cannot power on this machine because this is template, converted to template. Now if I go here on the basically policies and profiles, so you will see here VM customization specification. So you can see here I have already created one Win2K25 app server configuration. So let me go ahead and create one more. So click on new, and let's call it let's say use the proper naming convention. So I'll call it, let's say, Win2K25 DB, or call it web server, and then this is going to be a Windows, and generate new security identity for this machine, SID. So click next, and now register information I'm going to use LHO admin, and organization I'm going to use LHO. Click next, and then the computer name I'm going to use the virtual machine name as a computer name. Now click next, and now product key, I'll skip this. Administrator password, this is the local administrator password for virtual machine. So I'll go ahead and set normal password for this local administrator, and then click next. And time zone, so you can go ahead and configure your time zone. So I'll go ahead and configure time zone here. Click next. Now if you want to run some command post user login and all, you can configure that. So I'll skip this. Click next, and now you can configure the IP address. So I'll go ahead and basically edit this, and I'll configure here prompt the user for IPv4 address. So now it will prompt basically when we deploy operating system, it will ask you the IP address. However, I'll go ahead and configure subnet mask and default gateway for this virtual machine specification, and then IPv6 do not configure, and then here I'll go ahead and configure gateway, basically DNS preferred and alternative gateway DNS, and then I'll go ahead and add DNS suffix also. So labs hands-on.lan, and then everything good. So now you can see the IPv4 configuration is showing prompt user. So click next, and here this is very important. If you want to join your machine in domain, you should use the Windows Server domain. So domain name, my domain name is labs hands-on.lan. I'll put a credential here. So administrator, I'll put my administrator account password here, and OU path if you want to use any specific path to join computer accounts. However, I'll go with the default computer account. So that's fine. Click next, and now everything is done. I'll go ahead and click finish. Now you can go ahead and verify this setting. So I'll use you can verify everything. So one of the main thing which you should always take care about the configuration. So if I go here, you will see here IP address is not taken. So let me go ahead and try one more time. So 192.168. Somehow when I'm using it, it's not saving. So just wanted to revalidate. So now you can see this has saved the subnet and gateway. So now I'll try to save the DNS also. So because this is very important, if we don't configure network properly, then maybe the machine will not going to join in domain. So now this seems to be okay. Just verify one more time. So IP address good and DNS is also good. Now we are good, so I'll go ahead and close this. And now I'll go on my template. So inventory, from here I have this template, so I'll right click on this machine and basically go and deploy a virtual machine. So right click on template, new virtual machine from this template. So I'll put name, let's say I'll use Win2K25. Let's say I'll deploy app02 here and then click next, and I'll select my host, and then let me select the storage. So now I'll use the basically thin provision for this virtual machine deployment. Click next, and now I'll use the customize operating system. I'll click next, and I'm going to use the app customization which I have just created first. So go ahead, click next, and now it asks you the IP address. So I'll go ahead and you put some IP address as per my network design. Click next, and this is what we are using. So just click on finish. Here now you can see clone the virtual machine. Now cloning the virtual machine task is started. So if I show you while this cloning is running, my both these customization specification are identical. It has the same configuration details. So let me show you. The app one also has same information, the name, and then generate new SID. Okay, let me show you. Registration information, computer name, use the virtual machine, Windows licensing, then administrator I have put the password, and this is the time zone. Configure commands is skipped, and if I show you the IP address, prompt for user, and the subnet mask and DNS is configured exactly same way, and then join in domain and ready. So this is the configuration which I have. So both are identical. The only difference I have created two, one for let's say call for web server, one for app server. So now almost 56% deployment is done. Now we need to wait for some time, and once this is done it will power on the virtual machine also. So I'll go ahead and pause the recording. Once the machine is ready, I'll resume from there. So one of the prerequisite side, if you ask, so before starting the OS customization, ensure your VMware tools are installed inside the virtual machine. VM template is properly prepared. Sysprep is available. If you are using Windows, you have done the sysprep and powered off the machine, and network settings are as per planned for the virtual machine configuration. And the correct network card NIC is assigned to that virtual machine, and domain credential which you have passed in the configuration OS customization, that should be correct. So if everything goes well and your prerequisite is fine, then it will go ahead and deploy your virtual machine as per the configuration which we have defined in the OS customization. So let's wait. 90% is already done. VM is deployed. Now I think I missed to power on button there, so I'll go ahead and manually power on this virtual machine. So now if you see, it's going to powered on, and let me connect the remote console for this virtual machine just to show you. So currently you will see here VMware tools not running and version is current. So so once the VM is booted, it will show you the VMware tool is running, and also it's going to pick you the DNS IP address and all other information. So let's wait for some time. Now you can see the getting started. So this is first time machine is booting after the deployment from the VM VM deployment from the template. So let's wait for some time. So now you can see the tools status is running, and IP address is already assigned as per our configuration, and DNS name is showing something which is automatically generated. So soon the machine will go ahead and reboot for the computer host computer name rename, and then it's going to also join in domain as per our configuration. So let's wait. So I'll show you my computer active user sync computer. So you will see here a Win2K app 1 is here, but app 2 is not there. So soon this app 1 is also going to be created. Now you can see the machine is rebooted. Now if you see again, this status went to the not running because VM took reboot. So everything seems to be working fine. Now if you see, we got login screen, so let me hit Ctrl Alt Del, and now you will see here the machine is already joined in domain. So let me log in with my account and see if we are able to log in with our domain account. So this is good. Now if I go and just refresh this, you should be able to see this machine is now renamed and joined in domain also, and we can see the IP address configured. And now let me go ahead and refresh here, so you will see the computer account also. So Win2K25 app02. So this is good. Now this is the power of guest OS customization and along with templates. So now we have got your machine ready with all the application installed without any without, basically you can say, zero touch. This can be considered as a zero touch deployment, where I got machine joined in domain with the IP address configuration, hostname configuration, and all the application pre-installed. So at the final verification, you can verify the hostname is correct, IP address is correctly applied. So let me see that. So you can see the hostname here, Win2K25-app02, and machine is joined in domain. And if I go, I'll let me verify the IP address configuration. So you can see already labs.lan is visible there. So you can see the DNS configuration, gateway, subnet mask, everything looks good, and machine is already joined in domain. So if everything is correct, your guest OS customization will go successful. So most of the time, if OS guest customization is getting failed, it 90% it's due to basically your template. So make sure your template is syspread properly and a machine is shut down properly. If you have any problem with the template, then guest OS customization is not going to work with the template. So that's all. So we have learned today what is guest OS customization, why this is critical for real production or real environment, how it's work in the background, and how to create a customization specification, and how to deploy a virtual machine by using guest OS customization by with the template. So this is one of the most powerful feature in VMware vSphere, especially when you combine with template and automation tool. So thank you for watching. Please subscribe me for more videos, and if you have any query, any question related to this, you can always post me my given mail IDs. Thank you once again. Bye bye.